Okay, so now it's finally showing up. All right, 3, 2. I don't even know what I'm going to say about this. Mic Air, the new microphone. I recently got my hands on the new Mic Air from Insta360. It's interesting because, I'm always trying to find a decent way to hook up what I'm saying to the 360 camera, because when I'm out on the road or just outside, the camera's microphone works pretty well when it's not too windy or not too noisy out. Um, but if I don't have some sort of external microphone when I'm using it on my bike, it just doesn't work at all. You can't hardly hear what you're saying. But now that Insta360 has their own dedicated Bluetooth microphone, that might make my life a little easier. In the past, I've been using this DJI wireless mic. This is the Mic 2. It came with the Pocket 3. It just came with it. So now all of a sudden I have a Bluetooth microphone. Now you can kind of see the Insta360 is really small. I mean, this is tiny compared to the DJI. But I guess the question is, like, how well does it work? And is it going to be a decent replacement? Is it something I can trust? I mean, you would hope so, since it's a proprietary mic. But I think on what I want to do is I want to run some tests. I want to compare this new one to everything that I've currently been able to hook up to my X5. And that includes the Mic 2 and my AirPods Pro. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line each one of these up, do an audio test, and see which one is the best. I would assume the Mic Air would win since it's from the company that makes the X5, but you never know. So first, let's see what it comes in the package, and then we'll go do some tests, and at the end, we'll do like a final wrap-up analysis. Hey, this is future me jumping in here. I just wanted to say that, the test results that happened were nothing like I expected. I was quite surprised. So stick through it and take a look and let me know what you think about it. But first, let's get to that unboxing. Here's the version of the Mic Air that has the transmitter and the receiver. So let's unbox this and see what's inside. All right, user manual, empty box. All right, push this off to the side. All right, so here's a case. This is a really nice case. It's kind of shaped like a hockey puck. It's really nice. Here's our user manual. Instructions. We'll refer to that if we need to. All right, so let's take a look at this thing. I have not opened this up yet before, so I don't know what's inside. So this unzips. Let's open her up. Oh, okay. Oh, I know what this is. This is a kind of like a wind dampener that you can put on. What else do we have in here? This is a lanyard that you can wear that will magnetize to. The charging disc. And a clip that's also magnetized. So open this side of the compact. What is this? Oh, just all right. Here's the microphone itself. Ooh, something just connected to it. This is, oh, okay, I know what this is. This is a disc that if you want to just attach it to the inside of your shirt, and you put your shirt in between, and it'll just hang off your shirt. And this is the receiver if you want to use it. Pretty cool. Put it over here. Now this is the wind dampener. You put this thing inside the wind dampener. Now it matters which direction you put it in, because this thing right here, this little imprint, this is what you press on to turn the microphone on and off here. So when you install it into the wind dampener, you want to make sure it's aligned with this little button here. So hopefully you can see what I'm doing here, aligning it. And there we go. Now, looks like a little guy with a little hat on. Okay, so now it's on securely, and you can turn it on and off by pressing on the side here. I guess if you're using this indoors, you don't really need the wind dampener. This is just other ways that you can magnetize the back of this. So you can clip it onto a shirt or something else. You can wear this lanyard and it will hang from the lanyard just like this. So just lots of different ways that you can connect this to your person. And of course, this is the charging dock. You can see how it's supposed to align. 3 ports and a little groove at the top. And it fits and you plug it in. Okay, awesome. So it is pretty small, and I knew it was small when I was watching videos, but I just kind of curious to see how small. So let's compare it to a dime. Okay, it's a little bigger than a dime. How about a penny? A little bigger than a penny. How about a nickel? Now we're getting close. A little bit bigger than a nickel. And let's try a quarter. You know, it's like about the size of a quarter. So this test I'm going to do is I'm just standing outside. You just have your normal sounds of the neighborhood. Airplane overhead, cicadas in the trees. This first test is just the camera's microphone, the built-in mic. I assume it'll sound pretty decent from here. It's, you know, there's not much wind going on. We'll do the exact same test with the other microphones, starting with the Apple AirPods Pro. And after I do like a little close-up like this, you know, I'll walk a few houses down the sidewalk and see how it sounds. I'm not going to go like into the great beyond because, you know, most people never get that far away from the camera in the first place. So anyway, I'm going to attach the AirPods Pro and we'll see how it sounds. Okay, I have the AirPods Pro 2 on. See right here? And we'll see what this audio sounds like up close, and then I'll walk off into the distance. So I'm just going to move the camera over here, and we're going to walk down the hill. I'm going to go down 2 houses worth. Okay, here's half a house. Here's a full house. 1.5 houses. All right, now let's head back. I could just babble all the way back to the camera just to see if it kicks back in if I lost connection. So I'm just going to do that. It literally is 110 degree heat index one week and then 59 degrees the next. It's ridiculous. All right, almost back to the camera. And again, this is the AirPods Pro 2. So now we're going to switch out to the DJI mic. Okay, time for the DJI Mic 2. I like to attach my microphones using this medallion. This came with my Go 3S. It's just a magnet and it attaches this way. I feel like this is a really sturdy magnet and I like the way that it's adjustable. Let me put that back. So I'm just going to put this under my shirt. Okay, the Mic 2 is attached. It's got that medallion on. So let's do the walking test with the Mic 2. Alright, here we go. And going down the street on the Mic 2. That's a half a house. Okay, that's a full house. 1.5 houses. And 2 houses. Alright, Now, I wonder if the fact that I have the microphone attached to my chest when I'm walking away, if that does something with the connection, probably. But now that I'm walking forward and facing forward, we'll see how it works. And we're back to it. All right, that was the mic 2. Okay, I got the Mic Air connected now. I like it. It's really small. It's kind of tiny, but it does kind of remind me of a troll doll, just because of how poofy this wind guard is. Obviously, the Mic 2 is the easiest one to connect. But, all right, let's do our walking test. So I'm turning my back. Camera. All right, well, that concludes our tests. I think I glitched something when I was testing the Mic Air the last time, so I'm doing this again. I know for sure it's attached. I think I didn't have it attached for whatever reason, or linked to the camera. Now I'm talking, I can see the indicator bar scrolling across the top of the screen. So I'm going to redo the walking test just to see how things go. Okay, I have got this mic on. It seems like when I turn around, the connection gets lost. So I'm going to walk backwards just a little ways. I'm just going to go this way, walking backwards. I hope I don't fall down. About half a house away. I'll have to get some closer measurements. I hope that I'm just going to go one house down. Okay, still facing the camera. I think what was happening, as soon as I turn around, it drops. Because you hear me way off in the distance, and you can hear me walking as I get closer, but it's not the audio connection. It's just picking up ambient noise as I walk closer to it. So now I'm going to go back and I'm going to turn my back again, and we'll see if it stays connected. Okay, so here I'm walking backwards. Now I'm going to turn around. Okay, I'm starting to realize this is a little frustrating. Well, the Bluetooth connectivity between the Mic Air and the camera really isn't that strong if I get too far away from the camera itself. So I've plugged in the receiver. This comes with this particular package, and now I'm connected straight through the receiver, so I should have better range. All right, here we go. I'm going to do the same test as I did originally. I'm just going to walk away, raise my hand every time I speak to see if we can pick it up. And I'm going to go 2 houses down. So here we go. Hopefully this works. There's half a house. That's one house. Is it back on? I'll just kind of talk as I walk up back towards the camera. I really thought I was doing something wrong, but I think it just boils down to the fact that the Bluetooth connection isn't that robust. I think it works maybe about 10 feet away is where it really kind of stays maintained, but anything farther than that, it goes away, especially if you turn your back or put an obstruction between the Bluetooth mic and the camera. But now that I'm using the receiver, I'm hoping that that's different. I'm hoping that this sounds better and it stayed connected. Now granted, when you put the receiver into the camera, you no longer get any of the benefits of the weatherproofing of the camera itself. So, you know, you can use the receiver outside on a nice day like this, but if you want to do recording and it's rainy, you can't use it anymore because the little side door's open and all the water can get in. So, food for thought. Well, that was a really interesting test. Some of the results are not what I expected. The AirPods The audio quality to me was really bad. It sounded like a radio. But when I did the Bluetooth test, even though it got garbled, it stayed connected all the way to the end of the two houses that I was walking down. Now, granted, it didn't suffer from the same situation of my body blocking the signal because it was in my ears. So it had that going for it, but it doesn't really matter because the audio quality after about 10 feet was lousy, and even face to face with the camera wasn't that great. So the DJI Mic 2, the audio quality of it, to me, sounded really good. You could tell it started to glitch out after I got to about 1.5 houses away. And then when I got all the way to the end, it would kind of really glitched out while my back was still to the camera. When I turned around, it seemed to connect okay, and it stayed connected the whole time, which was nice. Now, finally, the Mic Air really surprised me. Its Bluetooth connectivity was not very good at all. I think if as long as my chest was facing the camera, as long as the mic was facing the camera, the connection seemed pretty solid until I got to about one house length away. Then it just glitched out. Like it couldn't maintain the connection. So I think if you're going to use the Mic Air in terms of as a Bluetooth, you can't get very far away from the camera at all. Maybe that's something they can fix in a firmware update, or maybe that's what Mic Air 2 is going to be. I don't know. When I connected the receiver to it, then that worked a little better, although it did drop its connection after about 1.5 houses anyway. When I got to the very end and turned around to face the camera, then the connection was solid again. But, when you're using the receiver, you're dealing with all the pitfalls, like I may have mentioned earlier. You don't get the weatherproofing anymore, and that's kind of disappointing. So I guess all in all, if you've already got a Mic 2, I probably wouldn't buy the Mic Air until they resolve this Bluetooth connectivity problem. Don't even bother with these. It's terrible. Unless you're just desperate for some sort of Bluetooth connection. It doesn't work very well. As far as this thing goes, its pluses for me is it's really small and easy to kind of just tuck away. I like that. But the whole point is, like, how well does it work in a Bluetooth setting? Because that's kind of the whole point of these wireless mics. I would, I would probably defer on purchasing this if you already have something like a DJI Mic 2, that is. If you don't have one of these, then this can't hurt, especially if you're going to stay relatively close to the camera when you're doing your Bluetooth, when you're connecting through Bluetooth. Well, that was an interesting test. Hopefully you learned something. I certainly did. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.